In this video, we're going to talk about one of the more intriguing paths to residency and potentially citizenship in Paraguay, the SUACE program. If you're considering investing in Paraguay, or at least capable of investing in Paraguay and seeking a straightforward route to direct permanent residency, you'll want to pay close attention because this is the route to direct permanent residency. Otherwise, the typical route in Paraguay is you have to have temporary residency first for 2 years. But with this path, the SUACE program, you can get direct permanent residency. So let's delve into what SUACE entails, its benefits, and the steps that you need to follow. Paraguay, a country often overlooked, but rich in culture, history, and opportunity, offers the SUACE program as a unique initiative aimed at boosting foreign investment and economic growth. SUACE stands for Sistema Unificado de Apertura y Cierre de Empresas, or the Unified System for Opening and Closing Companies. This program is not just a pathway to business, but also a strategic route to securing residency. I'm very tempted to call it the SUACE program, but I don't know. We'll call it the SUACE program. Maybe some people call it SUACE or SUACE. I'm sure there's a couple of pronunciations, but anyway. So firstly, what makes the SUACE special is its direct approach to granting permanent residency. Unlike other countries where you might start with a temporary visa, the SUACE program allows investors to skip this step entirely, moving directly into permanent residency upon approval. This is a significant advantage for those looking to settle or invest in Paraguay without the hassle of multiple visa renewals. To take advantage of the SUACE program, an investor must make a minimum investment of $70,000 into a Paraguayan company. And here's where it gets flexible. This investment doesn't have to be a one-time payment. Instead, you can commit to contributing at least $7,000 annually over 10 years. This structure allows for a more manageable financial commitment for those who might not have the full amount available upfront, but are willing to make a long-term investment in Paraguay. I know what a lot of people do is they'll do sort of 2 years upfront, and so they'll do $14,000 in order to get started. Starting a business through SUACE involves several steps. First, you need to establish or invest in a company legally registered in Paraguay. This can be any type of business, from manufacturing to services, as long as it contributes to the Paraguayan economy. The government requires you to submit a detailed business plan outlining your investment intentions, projected job creation, and economic benefits for Paraguay. Once your business plan is approved, you'll need to register your company with the Public Registry of Commerce. This involves providing the necessary documentation, which includes your company's bylaws, details about the shareholders, and the appointed legal representatives. After registration, you'll receive your company's RUC, the RUC, which is similar to a tax ID number in other countries, essential for any legal and financial transactions in Paraguay. With your company established and investment underway, you apply for residency. You'll need to compile a couple things here. Proof of your investment or business plan, a clean criminal record from your country of origin, a valid passport, proof of health insurance, and a certificate of domicile in Paraguay. These documents, along with your application, are submitted to the Paraguayan Directorate of Migration. The documents change from time to time, but you're definitely going to need a criminal record check, just like the normal temporary residency path, so keep that in mind. And then upon approval, you'll be granted permanent residency, which in turn is a significant step towards eventual citizenship as well. The benefits of using SUACE for residency are manifold. Beyond the immediate advantage of permanent residency status, there's the economic aspect. Paraguay's low operational costs, favorable tax environment with no taxes on income earned abroad, and access to the Mercosur market make it an attractive location for business. Moreover, the lifestyle in Paraguay is appealing, very low cost of living, very friendly people. Okay, Asunción is a big and growing city, lots of investment opportunities. And one of the big benefits of this path is that you'll basically have less physical presence requirements. In Paraguay, there'll be less trips involved to work towards permanent residency, right? Because if you were to do temporary residency, it's going to involve a number of trips to Paraguay if you're not there full time, right? Maybe the trips might be to pick up, to get the residence, to apply for residency, and then to apply for the cedula, and then to renew to permanent residency. So that might be 3 different trips over the course of 2 years. Whereas with the SUACE program, you might only need to visit Paraguay once to get that permanent residency. Okay, so really reducing the trips there. Okay, we highly recommend also learning some Spanish, but we have a whole team that can basically do the whole process for you, and Spanish is not necessary for this process. When you do Paraguay residency with us, you're basically just getting chaperoned around. We pick you up at your Airbnb. We drive you around to the different offices to, get your photo taken and things like that. And you basically don't even need to know what's going on. You're kind of just like a warm body, and we're just bringing you around, getting things done. And to kind of get everything submitted, only need you on the ground for a couple days. Cool. People might ask about the path to citizenship in Paraguay. We do have a dedicated video or 2 to that. So check out some of the other videos on our channel. But long story short, after obtaining permanent residency through SUACE, you can apply for citizenship after 3 years, provided you've resided in Paraguay for at least 183 days each year. The naturalization process involves further documentation, including proof of your continuous residence, a test in either Spanish or Guarani, and knowledge of Paraguayan politics and history. It's worth noting that while Paraguay allows dual citizenship, the practice can vary based on agreements with other countries. Generally, you're not required to renounce your original citizenship. It's kind of like a formality where you kind of say you're going to renounce, but you don't actually have to renounce, making it possible to enjoy the benefits of both worlds. I would say a lot of people who get I would say the majority of people who get residency in Paraguay don't actually even opt to go for citizenship. They're just happy to have permanent residency. Permanent residency in Paraguay is truly permanent. You might have to renew the residency card every 10 years. And it's also recommended to visit at least 1 day every 3 years to keep your permanent residency active. But beyond that, it's very, very low physical presence requirements, very low requirements at all to maintain permanent residency. So it's one of those few permanent residencies in the world that is pretty much permanent. Okay? Navigating the SUACE program might seem complex, especially with language barriers or the different legal systems, all the documentation. But if you work with a local lawyer or law firm specializing in immigration and business setup in Paraguay, it's very doable. We can help you navigate all the legal nuances and ensure that your businesses adheres to local laws and what migrations is looking for, and that your residency application is flawless. This process is a little bit more complicated than starting with temporary residency, obviously, because you're making investment. There's going to be a lot more paperwork, documenting the investment, documenting the business, and is it hiring employees and all these things. But, you work with us, we can take care of it, no problem. In summary, the SUACE program provides a unique blend of business opportunity and personal growth through residency and potential citizenship in Paraguay. It's not just about the economic investment, but also the residency as well. So it's kind of a good 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, share the video, drop any questions or share experiences in the comments below. This has been an in-depth look at the SUACE program. Maybe you're evaluating doing this program versus doing the more simple temporary residency. At MyLatinLife, we can help you with either one of the residencies. We really recommend Paraguay residency. We think it's a no-brainer for all the reasons that we mentioned in this video about how it's one of those few permanent residencies in the world that is truly permanent with very low physical presence requirements, making it a great plan A or plan B. Until next time, happy investing and good luck on your journey to Paraguayan residency. You can book a call. In the description below, there's a link to book a call. Become our client, start the engagement, get the process started, and let's get that Paraguay residency card in your hands.